Okay.
Welcome everyone to the Pantheon. I'm Ray,
And I'm Evie.
and today we're looking at the movie Red, the 2010 movie starring Bruce Willis and Morgan Freeman and John Malkovich. This movie is based on a comic book series, or actually a graphic
Yeah.
novel, um, written by Warren Ellis. Ellis, you're known. We did a review of his not too long ago for Extremis. He created that for the Iron Man series, and now he was a writer for the graphic novel. The brothers, John and Eric Forward, was the writers for the screenplay of this, and it's directed by Robert Schremke. Schremke is a director for Snake Eyes, which is the upcoming movie we'll be reviewing later this summer. But the reason why I bring up all this information is because the producer of this is Bonaventura. He's produced the Transformers movies and the G.I. Joe movies, which has nothing to do with this, but in terms of having an idea of like what kind of style of action we're gonna experience and a budget behind it, this is what we're going to see in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
Okay.
your general thoughts of this? Did you like this movie? Where were you in this movie? Not necessarily a rating, but like, did you like it? Were you happy with this film or how it was presented?
I was happy with it. It had a
Mhm.
good story. Special effects were good. Yeah, I really liked it. I'd like to see another one. I don't know if it'll happen, a
Mhm.
Red 3, but
Mhm.
we'll see.
Did you like the motif? I mean, say motif. They have every scene is introduced, like every new city is introduced by a postcard. Did you like that style of how they go from one scene to the next scene?
Yeah, it was yeah, so then what's going on,
Mhm.
because sometimes you can go to another town and and it'll be like, whoa, where are you, or why are you doing that? It doesn't help the story flow.
Mhm.
um, but if you say like I'm or like if there's a sign Paris or whatever, it just helps me figure out where the characters live and what's around them, and gives them a sense of where they are now.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, this movie I think hops around to at least 20 different cities. It begins in Cleveland, where he's situated, suburban Cleveland. And then it goes to Kansas City, where Sarah, that's the Mary Louise Parker, works. We start on our adventure to Chinatown, New York City, followed by Mobile, Alabama, to Pensacola, Florida, to like it just keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. And because we have these little postcards, we know where we're going, which is really nice. Speaking of
Yeah.
locations, do you know where this movie was shot?
Toronto.
Yeah, you know,
I knew. I was looking around, right?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, that looks like the Fairmount
yeah,
hotel. Yeah.
yeah. They're saying the Fairmont Chicago, which I don't know if that's true or not, but like I've been to Chicago, but like yeah, it's the Fairmont Hotel in Toronto, and
Yeah.
some of the scenes were. It's in Toronto, which is sort of nice actually. So
Yeah.
it's kind of fun to see that.
Yeah.
Carl Urban plays the heavy. He's the cop that goes after these guys. You have a really strong cast. You have John Malkovich. You have Morgan Freeman, Richard Dreyfuss. Um, I thought the actors here were great. I think Malkovich was just great as Marv. Well, Helen Mirren plays Victoria as the sniper, who everyone's afraid
Mhm.
of. It's really,
Yeah.
really, really fun to watch. Um, this was just a feel good movie. Overall, I have nothing but positive things to say about it. It's based on an actual graphic novel. This was based. It's a DC graphic novel, but it originally is from Wildstorm. So if you like Wildcats and Cyberforce, it's based on that. But DC bought them out about a couple years later, so that's why it has a DC logo. This is a DC graphic novel subsidy. So in terms of comic books, this is where we're coming from. This is one of the many graphic novels like Nicola City, which is based on Atomic Blonde. This is of the same name. This is called Red, so this is the same name graphic novel. Um,
Cool.
so I was kind of pleased with that. Was there a scene that just stood out for you that's memorable?
When the guys driving like the car shooting the rifles, I thought that was cool.
Mhm.
Anyway, that's my thing sometimes.
No, it's really
But yeah,
nice. Yeah.
but oh, it's really nice. Okay.
Mhm.
But yeah, I do like number one. and I thought it was cool, and I'd give that an 8.
Okay, cool. That's really nice. I liked it too. I thought it was really good. I have multiple things that I find very fun, but the line that reminds me of the whole thing was Morgan Freeman saying, "We're getting the band back together." That stood out for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was in the trailer. Probably was.
Mm.
But I don't. My siblings who watched this, it was Marvin's character when he has the bullet that fires against the rocket launcher,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes,
Yeah.
"Old man, my," you know, that's in the trailer.
Mm.
My brother loves that scene. It's just a line, I can't say it, but like, it's kind of
Right.
fun. But also
Cool.
it's just an extreme funny, like a bullet versus a rocket launcher, it's hilarious. Like, it's just over the top zany. And that's what I like about it, because right from the start, this show doesn't take itself seriously and it has fun. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the tone it was meant to play. And I think it does it well. And I think critics and audiences, I think they received this relatively well, which is why I had a sequel. Like within 3 years, the sequel was already out.
What do you like better, Mission Impossible or Red?
Which Mission Impossible? There's 7,
Number 1,
6, 7.
or
Oh,
whichever one you liked.
let's go to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one more than the first Mission Impossible, though it's a Brian De Palma movie and it's really good, and it shows you why he's so haunted from his team, and why explains why he does things himself and goes to this extreme, because he values the team over himself.
Yeah.
It's it's because I don't like how it puts the John Voight's character as the villain, because it makes the Peter Gray's character the villain, and I disagree with that. And that's what bothers me about the movie. But I do like this one because it's fun and it's just action packed. And I wish with the first one, because you have a cameo appearance of Emilio Estevez, and I would really love to see more of him and Tom Cruise. So they look like they'd have a lot of fun together, and you don't get that. So there's a lot of missed opportunities. I understand why, and I wish, and I get that fulfillment watching Red. So there you go.
Okay.
And on that note, I'm Ray.
I'm Evie.
We'll talk to you next time. Take care.